Quitting can be hard. Sometimes it takes a team effort to give cigarettes the boot. For some smokers, making your own team of family and friends can be the help you need. For most, there's a big advantage in taking on a new recruit. And here's our number one draft pick, Nicotine Replacement Therapy, also known as NRT. NRT can boost your chances of quitting successfully. NRT works by helping your body beat the nicotine addiction you get from cigarettes. NRT products come in several forms: patches, mouth sprays, lozenges, inhalators, and chewing gum. NRT products are safe. They provide you with a measured dosage of nicotine without all the chemicals that you get from a cigarette. So how does NRT work? Imagine nicotine from a cigarette as an Olympic sprinter. This nicotine first enters your lungs, moves into your bloodstream, then travels to your brain in seconds. Nicotine influences neurons in an area of your brain called the reward pathway. Here is one neuron as an example. Once nicotine reaches this area, nicotine attaches to nicotine receptors on the surface of the neuron. The binding of nicotine to the nicotine receptor activates the reward pathway in the brain, releasing dopamine, the feel-good chemical. This process actually causes changes in the brain over time. The longer you smoke, the more receptors are created. The brain craves more and more nicotine to fill the receptors and release dopamine. About 2 hours after a cigarette, the nicotine disappears. The nicotine receptors are empty, and the empty receptors will start craving nicotine because of the drop in dopamine. Without nicotine in their brain, smokers get withdrawal symptoms and crave another cigarette to fill the empty nicotine receptors to release more dopamine. Someone addicted to nicotine experiences a continuous cycle of cravings. Empty receptors crave nicotine. The smoker has a cigarette to fill the receptors and stop the cravings. Then again, the nicotine gradually disappears. This can go on all day, every day for some people. NRT can help ease some of those feelings. NRT works by allowing just enough nicotine to be in the body and bind to the nicotine receptors to keep a lot, but not all, of them filled. This helps reduce the withdrawal symptoms associated with nicotine. If we stick to the nicotine in cigarettes as an Olympic sprinter analogy, it's good to understand that NRT comes in different speeds. For example, nicotine from NRT patches is more of a walker than a sprinter. It keeps a steady, low level of nicotine receptors filled, making withdrawal symptoms, like feeling cranky or restless, more manageable. While NRT products used in the mouth, such as chewing gum, lozenges or sprays, get nicotine to the brain, are more like middle distance runners. Pretty fast, so they're helpful to deal with those moments when you suddenly get a stronger craving. NRT weakens the cravings and retrains the brain to start losing its extra nicotine receptors.